Welcome back, treasure hunters. Today we're unlocking the secret world of the UK's most valuable small denomination coins, the legendary 2p, the mysterious 3p, the rare 10p, and the ultra-collectible 2p. These tiny coins may look ordinary, but their hidden value has shocked collectors, sparked bidding wars, and even turned pocket change into pure fortune. Asterisk, the 1999 UK 2pence coin, might look like an ordinary copper coin that has passed from hand to hand for decades, but hidden among millions of circulation pieces are a few remarkable rarities that collectors chase with incredible passion. These coins may not shout for attention at first glance, yet they carry a mysterious charm and unspoken promise that the smallest denomination can sometimes hold an unexpectedly big secret. For coin hunters, that is exactly what makes the 1999 batch so thrilling. You never know which coin could turn out to be something far more special than loose change. Asterisk. Many collectors focus on 1999 because that was a transitional era in the Royal Mint's production methods. While most coins were struck in the usual copper-plated steel, mistakes occasionally happened, errors that slipped past the machinery and made their way into pockets, drawers, and piggy banks across the world. These errors are the true treasures of 1999. A normal 2pence coin of this year is common, but when an error strikes off-center presses, doubled designs, or incorrect metal, planchetsu, suddenly have a coin that stands out like a spark in the dark. The kind that makes collectors' hearts beat faster. Asterisk. One of the most talked about possibilities from 1999 is the wrong metal to pence piece. Imagine a coin that should be reddish-brown, but instead it has a yellowish glow because it was accidentally struck on the wrong blank. These are rare accidents, the kind the mint never intends to create, and that is exactly why collectors love them. A coin like that isn't just an object, it becomes a story, a survivor of a one-in-a-million mechanical slip that transforms it into a collectible gem. Asterisk. Another attention-grabbing rarity from 1999 involves striking errors where the coin's details are distorted or duplicated. A double-struck 2p from this year is extremely appealing because the Queen's portrait, or the 2pence lettering, appears twice, slightly shifted from its original alignment. It creates an eerie, ghost-like effect on the coin's surface, a mesmerizing look that collectors can't resist. These pieces are prized because every error is unique, almost like a fingerprint created by the minting machines themselves. Asterisk, there are also 1999 2pence coins with off-center strikes, where part of the design is pushed toward the edge, leaving a blank crescent of metal on the other side. These dramatic errors are eye-catching because they instantly stand out from normal coins. Off-center pieces tell a tale of speed, pressure, and timing where the metal blank wasn't placed perfectly, yet the machinery hammered it anyway, producing a striking and highly collectible mistake. Asterisk, the market for such rare error coins is driven by curiosity, excitement, and the thrill of unexpected value. When someone discovers an unusual 1999 2p, collectors are ready to investigate, discuss, and sometimes compete fiercely for ownership. While it's important to stay grounded, these coins don't suddenly turn casual owners into millionaires. Certain rare errors can indeed attract a strong demand and impressive prices from passionate collectors who appreciate their oddities. What makes these coins so appealing isn't just the money they represent, mystery and discovery. Every time someone examines an old jar of change or an unseen coin tucked at the back of a drawer, there's a tiny spark of hope. Perhaps one of these rare 1999 era coins is hiding among the ordinary ones. The possibility alone is enough to draw people into the fascinating world of numismatics, where history, metal, and chance collide. Asterisk, so if you own any UK 2pence coins from 1999, treat them with a bit of respect and curiosity. Look closely at the metal, the edges, the alignment, and every detail of the design. The value of such coins doesn't lie in myths about instant millions, it lies in the rare, beautiful mistakes that escaped the Royal Mint's strict quality control. And who knows, one day you might discover that a simple copper coin you nearly overlooked is actually a tiny treasure with an extraordinary story behind it. Asterisk. Now turn the second coin, UK 3pence, 1946. In the world of old British money, the humble 3pence coin, known as the 3pence, seems tiny and ordinary. But the 1946 issue hides a world of mystery and excitement. Collectors everywhere dig through old jars, rusty tins, and forgotten drawers, hoping to uncover one of these small bronze treasures. Though millions were minted, tiny variations, rare errors, and untouched conditions can transform a simple 3-pence coin into a dazzling prize worth far more than anyone expects. These coins have become symbols of hidden fortune, where the past suddenly collides with modern value. The year 1946 was a time of recovery for the United Kingdom. The Second World War had ended, the economy was rebuilding, and metal shortages had changed the way coins were produced. The brass 12-sided 3-pence coin was already a favorite of the public, but not every coin struck came out perfect. Some left the mint with slight misalignments, weak impressions, or unusual metal colorations features that today make collectors' hearts race and push auction prices sky high. The difference between a normal coin and a rare beauty can be as subtle as a faint line or a misplaced digit. One thing collectors seek most in 1946, 3pence coins, is surviving brilliance. A coin that still shines with its original mint luster, untouched by time, humidity, or human hands, becomes a relic of pure perfection. This glow can multiply its value dramatically. Even a coin that was tossed in a drawer and forgotten for decades might appear nearly uncirculated if fate protected it from scratches. These pristine survivors are the ones that spark bidding wars and inspire collectors to whisper words like treasure and fortune. But condition isn't the only secret behind value. The real thrill lies in mint errors. Imagine a coin struck slightly off-center, leaving the edges thick on one side and thin on the other. Or a coin with doubling on the date, making the numbers appear ghost-like. These small mistakes, invisible to ordinary people, become golden opportunities for collectors. Some error coins survive in only a handful of examples, and when one appears, its price can leap into extraordinary territory. Another feature that pushes a 1946 3-pence coin into rare status is unusual metal composition. During the post-war years, brass mixtures were not always perfectly consistent. A coin might appear darker, lighter, or oddly toned due to small variations in copper, zinc, or tin. Collectors call these wrong planchets, or off-metal, strikes, and they can be worth astonishing amounts because they represent accidents the mint never intended to release. Even the design itself tells a story worth money. The reverse of the 1946 coin carries the iconic thrift plant with 3 blossoms, a symbol tied deeply to British identity. On some rare examples, the petals look sharper, thicker, or more deeply cut than usual due to dye over-polishing or early dye states. These visual differences, though tiny, are like fingerprints that collectors chase. Owning a sharply struck 1946 reverse is like holding a perfect snapshot of minting history. Then there are the coins with intriguing damage from the minting, machines clipped planchets, lamination cracks, or filled dies. These are not flaws from wear. They are birthmarks created at the moment the coin was made. A clipped 3-pence coin from 1946, where a small curved piece of metal is missing from the edge, can attract incredible attention because these errors slipped through wartime era quality control. Each one is a unique creation, and collectors love uniqueness above everything else. For new collectors or owners wondering whether their old 3-pence coin is valuable, the greatest clue lies in simply observing the coin with care. Is the date crisp? Are the edges sharp? Is the color unusually bright or unusual? Does anything look different from standard examples? These subtle hints could mean the difference between a coin worth a few rupees and a coin worth hundreds or even thousands in collector circles. Hidden fortune often hides in plain sight, while viral posts often claim these coins are worth millions overnight. The truth is more grounded but still exciting. Rare errors, high-grade survivors, and unusual strikes can indeed fetch impressive prices. Collectors love 1940s British coins because they carry the weight of history, minted in a transitional period where every coin feels like a piece of a story. And when that story includes rarity, the value becomes irresistible. So if you find a 1946 UK 3-pence coin, don't rush to spend it or toss it aside. Hold it carefully, study it closely, and consider what secrets it might carry. You could be holding an unrecognized gem and artifact of Britain's post-war minting era that collectors crave. Coins like this remind us that hidden wealth doesn't always come in gold bars or treasure chests. Sometimes, fortune hides in a small 12-sided coin, resting silently in your own pocket. Now turn the third coin, UK 10, New Pence, 1968. In the world of British coin collecting, few denominations stir excitement, like the humble 10pence coin, especially those linked to the earliest years of decimalization, such as the coins dated 1968, long before people realized their true potential. These coins slipped through countless hands unnoticed, quietly gathering age, mystery, and collector value. Today, however, collectors hunt them with fierce passion, knowing that certain early strike pieces, error varieties, and high-grade survivors can transform a simple metal disc into a life-changing treasure. What once jingled in pockets now carries the weight of unimaginable worth, and the 1968 10p stands at the heart of this legacy. Asterisk, the year 1968 is significant because it marked the striking of the very first decimal. 10pence coins 3 years before the official switch from old to new money. In 1971, these coins were introduced early to help the public grow familiar with the new system. Because of this, the earliest batches went through special handling, unique testing, and multiple minting adjustments. Although millions were produced, only a tiny fraction of these coins survived in pristine, untouched condition. Those remarkable survivors preserved from the hurricanes of circulation now spark intense bidding battles among collectors who dream of holding a piece of Britain's monetary transformation. Asterisk. The true magic behind the 1968 10p lies in the rare anomalies created within the minting process itself. Even in the most technologically advanced mints, errors and experimental variations occur. Some 1968 10p coins display unusual metal textures, faint doubling on letters, or slight misalignment in the striking pressure. These subtle imperfections were ignored by the public at the time. But in today's collector market, such mistakes are golden opportunities. A single error, barely visible to the naked eye, can increase a coin's value exponentially, turning a simple coin into a sensational prize. Asterisk, collectors especially treasure the early prototypes and test strikes of this coin. These pieces were created before full production began, sometimes with minor design differences, slightly altered rims, or experimental alloy compositions. Though many prototypes were officially destroyed, stories circulate within the numismatic world that a few escaped into private hands. These mythical survivors are whispered about as the ghost coins, ultra-rare relics that could command unbelievable prices if they ever re-emerged on the market. For many collectors, the mere possibility of discovering one is enough to ignite an obsession. Asterisk, the design of the 1968 10p coin further enhances its desirability. Featuring the proud crowned lion on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II's youthful portrait on the obverse, the coin captures the symbolism of the United Kingdom stepping boldly into a new monetary era. The visual appeal alone makes people want to preserve it, but when paired with rarity factors such as high grades, mint brilliance, or uncirculated surfaces, the coin's value rises sharply. Even common coins inherit charm, but rare specimens take on an almost royal aura in the collecting world. Asterisk, another major reason for the coin's growing fame is its unexpected survival story. While millions entered circulation, the majority endured decades of heavy usage, scratching, denting, wearing, and ultimately becoming ordinary. Today, collectors search for music quality, examples coins that look almost freshly minted despite being over half a century old. These elite coins, shining with original luster, are the ones that shock collectors with high valuations. When such a coin appears at auction, competitions escalate quickly, and its price can skyrocket to unbelievable heights. Asterisk, the 1968 10p also benefits from a dramatic shift in collector demand. With social media, numismatic channels, and the rise of modern treasure hunting culture, millions of people are now checking their old jars, drawers, and boxes filled with forgotten change. This surge in interest means that every rediscovered 1968 coin becomes part of a global hunt. As more people search, fewer untouched coins remain, which pushes their rarity even further. Ironically, the more famous the coin becomes, the more its value increases. Asterisk, there are also rare varieties linked to mint condition packaging, especially the coins placed inside early decimal training sets issued before. 1971. Some of these sets were given to schools, banks, and government departments to help citizens prepare for These coins were never intended for circulation and therefore remain in superb condition. Collectors prize these sets not only for their untouched coins, but also for their historical significance. Owning such a set is like holding a time capsule from the dawn of a new era in British money. Asterisk. Experts often say that the true value of a coin lies not only in its rarity, but in the story it carries. The 1968 10p embodies a powerful narrative: Britain transitioning into the modern decimal age, the mint experimenting with new systems, and collectors chasing hidden treasures that may still be tucked away in old cupboards. This layered combination of history, mystery, and possibility transforms the coin into something more than currency. It becomes a legendary artifact that invites curiosity and inspires seekers to keep searching. Asterisk. If you own a 1968 UK 10pence coin, you may be holding something far more valuable than you realize. While common examples are worth only a modest amount, the rare Pence errors, ultra-high-grade specimens, prototypes, and preserved training set issues could be worth a small fortune to the right buyer. In today's market, collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts for coins with strong visual appeal and historical purity, so before you spend it or ignore it, examine it closely. That one forgotten coin could be your unexpected ticket to incredible wealth. And perhaps the story that turns you into the next legendary coin discoverer. Imagine holding a tiny piece of metal that has quietly witnessed decades of daily life, yet secretly hides the potential to transform your financial destiny. The 1997 UK 20pence coin is one such piece, small, light, and easily overlooked, but loaded with stories, minting quirks, and the kind of numismatic charm that collectors adore. While most coins from this year circulated without attracting any attention, a select few carry features that elevate them from ordinary pocket change to prized collectibles worth far more than their face value. The 20pence coin had already established itself as a distinctive denomination, with its seven-sided shape and elegant design. But the 1997 issue arrived at a moment of subtle transition in British minting. The Royal Mint was refining its processes, and every now and then, small variations or minting imperfections slipped into circulation. These tiny differences, barely visible unless someone is paying close attention, can be exactly what drives collectors into bidding wars years later. It's these rare, unusual varieties that turn a common coin into a numismatic treasure. Asterisk. Among the fascinating aspects of the 1997 20pence coin is the sharpness of the Queen's portrait. This was part of the famous Raphael Makhlouf design, known for its regal detail and expressive realism. On certain coins, slight shifts in die pressure or minor wear. During production-produced versions where the portrait appears either unusually bold or faint, to the average person these nuances mean nothing, but to experienced collectors, they signal a potentially scarce strike that deserves a closer inspection. Asterisk. Another point of interest lies in how cleanly the heptagonal shape was struck. The 20p coin's edges must be perfectly aligned for smooth stacking and vending machine recognition. However, just like every mint around the world, occasional misalignments or off-center strikes happen. A 1997 coin with even a subtle off-center strike, clipped edge, or slightly rotated die can instantly stand out. Imperfect coins are often worth more than perfect ones, because they represent rare accidents that escaped mint quality control. Asterisk. Collectors also pay attention to the spacing and clarity of the date. On some 1997 coins, the numbers appear slightly stretched, compacted, or blurred due to die fatigue. While these differences might seem overwhelmingly small, they can create micro-varieties that collectors hunt for with obsessive passion. A coin with an unusual date strike doesn't just capture the eye, showing exactly how coins were produced during specific stages of die wear. Asterisk. Then there's the condition factor, which can make or break the value of any rare coin. A 1997 20pence piece found in pristine, uncirculated condition can be dramatically more desirable than one that has been tossed through pockets, purses, and payment counters for decades. Brilliant and circulated examples, especially those with sharp details and clean surfaces, are becoming harder to find every year. Their rarity rises naturally as time passes, turning high-grade survivors into miniature time capsules. Asterisk. What truly fuels excitement among collectors is the thrill of discovering something unexpected. While the 1997 20p isn't commonly associated with dramatic mint errors, like missing dates or misstamped designs, smaller imperfections can still turn it into a sleeper collectible. A double die error, a die crack across the design, or an uneven edge can make the coin far more valuable than its common counterparts. These are the types of finds that make coin hunters feel like treasure seekers uncovering hidden wealth. Asterisk. Despite dramatic rumors circulating online about coins being worth millions, the real charm of the 1997 20p is its steady, realistic desirability among collectors rather than extreme jackpot prices. The true value lies in rarity, condition, uniqueness, and historical appeal. Collectors don't just chase high prices, they chase stories, craftsmanship, and the emotional thrill of owning a piece of the past that most people overlook every day. Asterisk. If you own a 1997 UK 20p coin, the best thing you can do is examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for sharp details, unusual shapes, letter spacing that feels off, or edges that appear imperfect. Even if your coin isn't an ultra-rare variety, it could still hold more value than its face, amount especially if it is unusually wet. Every appealing feature adds to its desirability, particularly for collectors who specialize in decimal British coinage. Asterisk. In the end, the magic of the 1997 20pence coin isn't just in the money it might bring, it's in the sense of wonder it creates. These tiny metallic artifacts remind us that treasures often hide in plain sight, waiting quietly in drawers, jars, and pockets for someone with curiosity and a keen eye. And who knows, the simple act of checking your coins today might uncover a rare piece that sparks your journey into the captivating world of numismatics, where even the smallest coin holds the potential to surprise you.